the sounding, from out the sounding cells, what a gush of euphony voluminously wells. Sorry, some of these words are pretty big. How it swells, how it dwells on the future, how it tells of the rapture that impels to the swinging and the ringing of the bells, 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 of the bells, 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 to the rhyming and the chiming of the bells. Hear the loud hour of bells, brazen bells, what a tale of terror now their turbulency tells, alas not thy bliss, forever wilt thou love, and she be fair. Ah, happy, happy boughs that cannot shed your leaves, nor ever bid the spring adieu, and happy melodist unwearied, forever piping songs forever new, more happy love, more happy, happy love, forever warm, warm, that's not a hard word, and still to be enjoyed, forever panting and forever young, all breathing human passion far above, that leaves a heart high sorrowful and cloyed, a burning forehead and a parching tongue. Who are these coming to the sacrifice? To what green altar, O mysterious priest, lett'st thou that he ever lowing at the skies, and all her silken flanks with garlands dressed? What little town by river or seashore, or mountain built with peaceful citadel, is emptied of this folk, this pious morn, and little town thy streets forever will silent be, and not a soul to tell summer made her light escape into the beautiful. Let's see. There's a certain slant of light. There's a certain slant of light on winter afternoons that oppresses like the weight of cathedral dunes. Heavenly hurt it gives us, we can find no scar, but internal difference, where the meanings are. None may teach it anything, 'tis the seal of despair. An imperial affliction sent us of the air. When it comes, the landscape listens. Shadows hold their breath. When it goes, 'tis like the distance on the look of death. I cannot live with you. This is still Emily Dickinson. I cannot live with you. It would be life, and life is over there behind the shelf. The sexton keeps the key to putting up. Our life is porcelain like a cup, discarded of the housewife, quaint or broken, a newer severs pleases one old crack. I could not die with you, for one must wait to shut the other's gaze down. You could not, and I cannot stand by and see you freeze without my right of frost, death's privilege. This is sad. Nor could I rise with you, because your face would put out Jesus, that new grace. Glow plain and foreign on my homesick eye, except that you, that he, shone closer by. They judge us, how? For you served heaven, you know, or sought to. I could not, because you saturated sight, and I, no more eyes for sordid excellence, as paradise. And you were lost, I would be, though my name rang loudest on the heavenly fame. And you were saved, and I condemned to be where you were not. That self were health to me. Excuse me. So we must keep apart, you there, I here, with just the door ajar, that oceans are in prayer, and that pale sustenance, despair. I have one more Dickinson. I felt a funeral in my brain. I felt a funeral in my brain, and mourners to and fro kept treading till it seemed that sense was breaking through. And when they all were seated, a service like a drum kept beating till I thought my mind was going numb. And then I heard them lift a box and creak across my soul. With those same boots of lead again, then space began to toll, as all the heavens were a bell, and being but an ear. And I, and silence, some strange race, ragged, solitary, here. It's a nice one. Alright. I have a couple more for you. If I can turn to the right page, page 206. The Tiger by William Blake. Sorry about the lighting. I'm still trying to figure out this new setup. The tiger. Tiger, tiger burning bright in the forests of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare ye aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder and what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand and what dread feet? Excuse me.